Alright, hello and welcome. Today you join me for the Monaco Grand Prix, and you might be able to see in the background there, we have a slightly different livery for this one. Yeah, I got us a new livery to test it out and get your guys' opinion on it, because I don't want to keep the same livery the whole time, because that would be boring. So, tell me which one you like more, whether the old one or this one. Obviously you can't see it much now. I don't think I have a panorama of it, unfortunately. But you'll be able to see it from the thumbnail, and you'll be able to see the onboard, and I think you'll see it at the end. You might see a glimpse of it depending on where we finish. But we're going to go, hope for the best. Mercedes also have a new livery for this race. Whether it's going to be a one-off or not, I don't know. Might not even see them. But yeah, before we get into this, there will be no qualifying because engine penalties. So there's no need to qualify. There's no need to set a good lap. Right.
Proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Lando Norris and Bottas, Perez, Gasly, Mick Schumacher and Esteban Ocon, Vettel, Giovinazzi, Yuki Tsunoda and Stroll, Russell, Raikkonen, Jack Aitken and Nikita Mazepin, Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty, Reed, Tigtum and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Surprisingly, in that first video, we didn't see any of the Mercedes cars. So you might see the liveries later on. We're going to go for a two-stopper. I think I'm going to create my own two-stopper, go soft, medium, medium. Because that might open us up for an opportunity for a one-stopper, depending on how much tyre wear we get in the first couple of laps. Maybe got lap 14 or 13, pit for a set of mediums and just hope for the best. You know? That's what we're going to do. I'm going to hope for the best. Anyways, without further ado, to 5 red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix. We are underway. At a pretty decent start there. Ricciardo pulls to the left, goes past Aitken. Mazepin in front of us. We go around to the right-hand side to try and get past him. We can't get past him. We go for a cheeky dive. We go off the track. We don't lose or gain any positions. So, no warning there. No need for it. We did nothing wrong. Anyways. Surprisingly, we survived turn 1. And we didn't lose any positions. Going down the inside of Ricciardo and Mazepin there then. Russell on our left. We give him a little bit of contact there. That's not great. We're going to get a warning for that. Go past Raikkonen as well. Round the hairpin as he just slows to a basic stop. Lap 6 then. We're going to skip very far ahead. Go past Stroll. Very dodgy. We have a little bit of front wing damage from that collision earlier on. Lap 8 then. Tsunoda ahead. We have DRS. Again, this is going to be a very boring race.
Now. Keep it up.
You know, we've passed most people in the pits by now. Lap 9 then. Go for a dive down the inside of Raskas. I think that's Raskas. As Ocon dives down into the pits. Lap 9. On to lap 10 then. DRS on Vettel. Can we catch up to him? No, we can't. But later on in lap 10, We go for a dive just before the hairpin there. We get round him, we head down to the hairpin. Snowda looks for a move. Lap 10 onto lap 11 then. Gasly in the pits puts us in the lead with our one-off livery. Shush, Jeff. Genuinely. He's annoyed me so much this race.
Okay, clear.
Yellow flag. Huge collision there. Safety car is out. Kimi's out. Gasly's out.
On the track.
Nikita's out. 15 runners left. 7 people are out of this session as we go for our pit stop, lap 13. Couldn't have had a better time for a safety car, to be honest. But 7 people out. Someone must have just spun on the Nouvelle chicane, and then I think that's a Nouvelle, and then just clarted into everyone else. 7.8 second pit stop with front wing repair. We should be out just behind Perez and Vettel.
That was our last stop.
And Leclerc.
No
Okay,
more scheduled pit
P4.
stops.
Decent. Safety car coming in. Leclerc's on the hard, so we should be able to get a nice pass on him. We're going to take a wide exit there. Don't want to risk anything as we go. ERS is deployed. We're going to go past him just as the flag goes green. That is the cheekiest move I've ever seen in my life. Okay, lap 20 then. Down the inside of Vettel into Sandoval. Mind slip. Went off track a little bit, but not an illegal overtake. I think we had one wheel on. Bit of a dodgy overtake, a little bit slippery there. Lap 23 and up the uphill straight behind Perez. Can we get past him for a move for the lead? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Very nice. A little bit slippery there. Trying just not to lose the car, get any underbody damage or anything. We're going to skip ahead then to lap 30 to do a little bit of a Jarno Opmeer there. Just drifting around. We got 7 seconds to spare, so we might as well just have a bit of fun. Lap 36 then. Leclerc in the pits. He's in P2 and he just decides to pit. Why he's done that, I have no idea. He managed to get back P2. Aitken's going to be in P3. Stroll is in P4, but he should be bumped up to P3. What has gone on? I've skipped a couple of laps because there's nothing else that really went on. I mean, Schumacher pitted within the last 4 laps. Bottas pitted on lap 38 at lap 39. The AI on this race have been, what's the word, clapped. Well and truly clapped. As we go quite slow out of Raskas there. Into the final bend. A little bit slippery, a little bit dodgy there actually. But we managed to cross the line in our special livery, possibly a new livery, in P1. Now that Monaco Grand Prix win is...
great today.
Thanks, Jeff. Is actually pretty nice. Could put that on your trophy cabinet. What a glorious race to win.
So after a day of mixed fortunes up and down the field, we bring today's race to a close. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Reed takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Reed. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
Let's move on to the constructors. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position in the championship. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Thank you for joining me for this one. What a win. Let me know what livery you like more. Mick Schumacher, first points in F1. Also, 1,000 subs. I'm going to do a 100% race on a track of your choosing. So leave your tracks, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.